Wow, this is his voice, Frank Sabata, leading the youth Kampala region, NAFBAC, and right now here we're in the quest of reaching the youth wherever they are. And now, right now, we are at Lugoba High School. Lugoba, oi! Wow, wow, this is a beautiful sound that we have had. And so far, we are here with a team of youth that is ready to take us on. Because now we is a vibrant youth, and this is all the team from the Kampala Region Youth Ministry, NAFBAC, which I lead. And so far we're here with a special guest here representing the school. And guess what? Here we have a hot topic. A hot topic that really suits in our generation. And we are going to hear a lot. We're going to learn from the audience, students, and we the youth leaders here for the youth. And so far, we are going to see. So, at the end of this show, we shall know really who is who. And guess the topic is, who is responsible for the moral decay in the youth? Yes. So you can elaborate it more in your mind, but yes, immorality or moral decay is much here in our generation. And really, we want to know by the end of this show who is responsible. Ani avunanyizibwa. Jajjawe yafa yavunanyizibwa over. Is it your grandmother? Who? Is it the school? Is it the media? Is it your phone? What? So really, we are going to go deep, cut wide on this show with these great minds here whom I work with. And so far, this area is called Lugoba, is it? So we are here with the Lugobanians, students, beautiful students, and a team that I work with. So this is his voice, Frank Sabata. So we're here with great minds. So we are going to first see really to cut wide or to analyze this issue. Yes, with my first speaker, he's going to introduce himself, but what do you understand? So by that, this topic, or how can we go about with it? Yes, tell us.
Wow, this is beautiful. I'm glad to be part of the panelists. I'm Apostle Godfrey Rutuama Sava, one who is also part of the school department. Yes. I'm glad to have this wonderful topic. Why the spoiling and why? You know, before we get to embark on the particular initials of the why the spoiling, we need to understand what brings out this particular thing. Now, we will continue blaming the schools, the whatever, on how the spoiling begins. But remember, charity begins at home. So I will hold parents accountable onto how the students or children are spoiled. Praise the Lord. And this is what I would say. Because of the students, they're moving in lenience of their parents, they're being given these false reports, false presentations, false praising. You find out that they get into a way which is out of the context. So, my dear, I would want to inform us that in the spoiling, the parents are the key matter here.
Yes, Apostle, I'm getting you, but I think you're driving us fast. Mm-hmm. So, can you elaborate more about what do you understand by moral decay? Moral decay, how can we go about that? How do we understand it?
Okay, moral decay is like in the essence of the treatment in a society.
Yes.
Now, if I am morally decayed, I have no way I can even be presented. I have no way I can actually stand on my own. So, when we look at this particular current trend that is on, students are wasted because they are not given a real panel beating. I'll call it panel beating because I did MVT and I know whatever concerns about the car. If you don't give real panel beating onto the car, it will never look nice.
Okay.
It will never appear nice on the road.
Okay.
And everyone who will look into it will always blame the one who is in the garage.
Okay.
So, as I said, charity begins at home. It is now the parents to be blamed here.
Okay.
Before they come to school, we need to know why this is coming up. Before we load the teachers, we need to know why. Where is the mother? Where is the father? We are getting busy, we as parents, daily. We wake up in the morning at 4, we rush to work. We come back late in the evening at 11, and we have no monitoring. That is what I can say.
Okay, so of course I'll get back to you, but in this essence, if the parents also have done their work, so I'll go back to you. Okay. Yes, give to my sister.
My name is Evangelistina Luja Justin. Yes, I'm an evangelist. I love seeing people succeed, and I love serving God. According to this topic, who is responsible for the moral decay in the society? Currently, as I'm seeing things, sometimes I even cry when I see things happening to the society. This is a general question. It involves parents, it involves the students, it involves the community. At the same time, it involves everyone. But we have something. I'm going to put my emphasis to come up with just one topic currently: the social media. Social media itself, it's partly responsible, but the biggest part, it's responsible for the moral decay or indiscipline which is happening today among the students, among the youths. Yes, because what they see on social media, they want to practice what they say. They want to practice what they see. If they see like somebody, like maybe a student has decided to take his or her own life because a parent annoyed her on social media, so whenever they will annoy that student, will think that the only way to solve things is to take what? To take his or her own life in order to hurt the parents. Then they are seeing fancy stuff moving on social media, cars and so on. And on top of that, the things that people decide to show them, some people make things to look sweeter and better. For example, some prostitutes comes on social media and they make it look like prostitution is the best thing to do. Yes, those who are into lesbianism and homosexuality, they come on social media and they show the good side of it. So these students, how do you expect them to get out of it? Me, I think it has to help them, show them that, you know what you're seeing on the social media has consequences. Yes, seeing someone like a man marrying many women and showing it that it's good, it's classy, and so on.
Evangelist, so now, okay, social media now, who's responsible still for directing these young people about social media? Yes. Is it the social media itself or anyone?
Nowadays things are different. All things are kind of modernized. These students, they have access to gadgets, not like before. Me, I remember the first phone I had is when I was, after my Form 6, that's when I got access to a telephone. But nowadays we are modernized. You can find that during holidays, maybe they are working, some of them. They have parents who engage them into working environment. They can get access to money to buy phones and so on. So what they see on social media is what they copy.
Okay. I'll get back to you. Your analyzation is just so great because you have begun really even the community is responsible. But now nowadays really the community sometimes does less and to direct these youth, because these youth think that the community does not have the authorization about them. So really I think this topic has to be cut wide, because every point you can mention, it can be a cause, but really there is that major cause we shall be hearing. We have students here, we have youth here, and really we shall know really or what has spoiled you or what has brought you to the decay. Some of them have real things, real issue that we have never heard of. that has brought them. Yes, okay. Evangelist Christopher, yes. Evangelist Christopher is our development department. Yes, so tell us.
Yeah, my name is Christopher Mbalubuza Baliao. I'm a married man with one child. My boy is only 8 months and we are molding him. For me, I'm on the side of parents more because I believe that parents they have a great blick that they can put on their children. Because if there is a divorce and a child is remaining with only one parent, this affects also the children. Now you find that like Apostle Thomas said, charity begins at home. What the children see their parents do when they are growing up, it really affects so much of them. Like for me, for example, I grew up seeing my parents doing business, and they trained me how to do business. That's why even when they invited me, I came with the packages that we do. Everywhere I go, I'm a teacher by profession, by the way. And even in COVID time, I had money because I was making sanitizer and liquid soap. I saw my parents doing it. They trained me. My dad trained me how to make chalk, and I'm now doing chalk. For me, I believe if we have a society where parents can groom their children in the right way, that means the moral decay will not be able. Even when you look at strictness of parents, you find that strict parents, sometimes they help their children, and children don't know that they are helping them.
Yes, so Evangelist, you're bringing something which is so good and learning. You are a professional teacher.
Yes.
But you can make soap.
I make
liquid soap, and you can sell.
Cakes.
So it means moral decay can also go deeper to someone's poverty.
Yes.
because I see there is nowhere poverty can come near you.
Because you are not idle.
Yes, because you are not idle.
An idle mind is a devil's what?
So the exposure you get from home and parents has done a great work to the moral decay.
Our home is like a school. Okay. Everyone who comes for holiday is learning. We have our home. We have a bakery. We have people you can't be lazy. Even watching TV, you don't have time for TV. You just have it for a few because everyone is training somebody. Like we make those black books. Yes. Those black books. Holiday, when it comes to January, they are busy making books. Christmas, they are busy making cakes, and some people even fear to come to have holidays at our home because they say there is a lot of work. Okay. And they want to go back to their place earlier. When they come for 1 week, oh, too much work here. Now, I believe parents have really made their children lazy. No.
Yes, having heard about those views from the great minds here, the youth, really we want to get a short break, then we are going to come back. Remember, who's responsible for the moral decay in the youth? So thank you. This is Voice Frank Sabata. Yes, from the short break now, wow. We are still breaking down this, and we have students here at Rugoba High School, in the school where we are, and really we want to get their views, what they understand by moral. Maybe there's more moral decay habits that they are in them. Maybe someone adopted in a different way, by experience. But after hearing from them, we have also their teacher here for ICT. You tell us, wow, we are so blessed. Is representing the director here, and we are going to hear from the students and still the panelists. They are ready to tell you. So, yes, good students here. Yes, tell us.
Thank you very much for yet a golden opportunity given to me to air out my mind regarding the topic of discussion tonight, which asks that who is responsible for moral decay among the youths today. In the first place, we need to know that moral decay refers to the unethical behavior among the youths today, an archaic act or archaic actions that are literally not supposed to be tolerated in the society. So the question is, who is to blame in the line regarding the deteriorating morals of the youths today? So Leah is my name. I'm in senior 6 and a proud student of Lugoba High School. I've had very many ideas from the people that we have in front of us, and then the blame is being held onto the parents that they are responsible for the moral decay or the moral uprightness of their children, because they have said that charity begins at home. And yes, it is also backed up, saying that you teach a child in a way they should go, that when they grow up, they will not deviate from it. But what if the parent has played their part? We've seen very many children that are coming from families that are religious bound. We are seeing very many children that are coming from extra strict families, but in the end, they are spoiled. So the game is not to the parents, it's not to anyone, but it gets back to the students, to the children themselves. So as for me, I would say that peer influence is greatly responsible for the moral decay, apparently.
Who is responsible for the spoiled youth? A question lies within our great minds. Thank you very much, Bright Avindoyamulu Lugoba School. And a question lies within our students and then our dear parents and our elders. Who is responsible for the spoiled youth in terms of morality? In the first place, who is a youth? Then what is the effective age of the youth? A youth is a person, according to age, a person above 18 years or 17 years of age and below 35 years. But then in effective use or in influential use, we see this youth age is influential at the age of 17, 25. The reason why. So the motion, well, the theme in simple terms is just a question of who is responsible for the misconduct and unethical behavior of the youth in the society today. In the first place, we've had your correct ideas. As a majority, we have to first look for the root cause. Here, I'm trying to draw a root cause analysis, trying to draw what is the original cause of this misconduct and this moral decay. In the first place, you can drive a horse to the river, but then you can afford to do what? To drink. In the first place, if you've grown into a staunch religious family, it's up to you. Of course, you have to grow. A youth, in terms of age, I already said, is a person above 18 years old. Therefore, he's an adult, if not mistaken, not so. And therefore, this person has the common sense to reason out the good from the bad. However much, spare the rod, spoil the child. Nonetheless, person's character. We shall look at the triple A's: acceptability, adaptability, and accessibility. Acceptability. How? To what rate does a person accept the rate of influence from the community? We are saying this in one perspective of the society. This is, I may say, a combined term, meaning other groups of communities. We have a family, a school, and then the members around the person. Society. So all these we are discussing about all lie in one thing: a society, a family. However much all these influence a person depending on the character. If a person lives with people who are friends, it is up to him or her to suggest, let me buy or say what?
I'm glad for the opportunity granted to me. My name is Mato Victor, in front of you. Even I should make some noise. Wow! Because I'm waiting for this opportunity, because the level for the moral decay in Uganda is increasing. The moral can be behaviors, and the decay, those are the bad practice. Because all of us were saying the moral decay, the examples of moral decay, I can say sexual harassment among the youth, stealing people's property, those are the moral decays, they are bad practice among the youth. And the youth is the person in the age brackets of 18 to 35 years old. All of you are blaming about the parents, they're blaming the parents, the school, but they are minor things. But they are the core ones for us, for the moral decay among the youth. First, I will blame the government. The government of Uganda has failed to provide affordable education towards the students. Because if the government can provide affordable education, because some of our family background, we are poor, we cannot afford the education, but you can find nowadays the level of the government schools. By the government schools, I mean the UPE, Universal Primary Education, and Universal Secondary Education, whereby the technical and the theory, the government has failed. Now, a person to acquire education, the family background, they have to be rich. So the government has failed to provide affordable education, because even the Constitution of 1995, the Republic of Uganda, said that every child is entitled to have education. If the government fails, the level of literacy is going to increase, and is going to increase. The students are going to start being meandering around, having nothing to do, joining bad peer groups and gaining bad practice. I won't blame only the government, even I will blame the school. Because of you are saying charity begins at home, but when in actual sense, the most time we spend at school, the school becomes our home. Because from nursery, from 4 years I'm at school. Then till I leave the school, that is senior 6, I'm 18 or 20 years. I go to school from in the morning, then I come back in the evening. That is my home. The parent to child love is little than the teacher to the students' love. So I will blame the school. In some schools, you find they don't have the counseling groups where they can counsel the child and see what is the problem, what is the child performing. But only the school they will consider about the performance. So yet at home, the child him or herself lacks the child to parenting, love or care. Then the next thing, I will blame the society. Because I won't blame only one person, I blame the society. Because you take a scenario, look at the Chibuli slum areas, look at the ghettos we have in Uganda. The majority of the people who live there, they are spoiled because of the bad practices done in those areas. Look at the ghettos. You find that people, they are misusing drugs, the youth are misusing drugs because there are things surrounding them, they are doing so. That's why there is a saying which says that when you go to a place where they do something, you have to adapt. For example, you go to a school where they don't do preps, so you are going to adapt to without doing preps. So conclusive, when I'm concluding, I will blame even the child himself. At that age, you have all the authority to think. You have all the rights to think at yourself. But most of the students, they are doing things willingly, because if a parent fails to put you in the right position, so what will be next? It's up to you. You are in your future to do the right thing. So I'll blame even that child. I remain Mato Victor to go by school.
First and foremost, thankful and grateful for the opportunity granted to me. According to my side of the view, I put all the blame on the assimilation of the Western culture. Africans, fellow Africans, why are we adopting the culture of the Westerners? Remember, in the ancient regime, a child could not bypass an elder. But look at the current situation. I, a girl child, to pass by an elder without greeting him or her. What are we promoting? We are forgetting about our cultures, the morals. It's really disheartening to me to see a child, an African child. We are concerned about the so-called human rights. Like in the ancient regime, when I and you, the children, could do a mistake, we were punished by the society. But right now, a mother cannot allow the society to punish his or her child because of the so-called human rights. You think that my child belongs to only me and I only have the authority to guide and counsel your child, but you have neglected your responsibility. You are leaving your child to decide for herself.
Wow, having heard about from the Virgin Minds, they have told us things really, wow, it's promising. We have a future because we have had some good views. And so far right now, as the show is going, before we end this episode, we are still having the youth leaders here for Kampala region whom I lead. So, Rona, you're going to tell us also really about the topic, the moral decadence. Who is responsible for this? So briefly, as we shall come back for the next episode. Okay.
My name is Arona Najuma, a parent of 4 kids. I'm glad to be here. I've heard all your points and every one of you is right. But me, I'm going to be a bit different from you. We have the creator of this world, and that's God. We said who is responsible for the moral decay. Nja kukyusaamu ku lulimi nkozese ne mu Luganda. Ani avunaanyizibwa empisa okusiiwuka mu bavubuka? Bwe tulaba ensi eno yatuweebwa Katonda. Buli mwana oba buli muntu ali ku nsi alina famire gy'avaamu. Naye musingi ki ogwasimibwa our ancestors for that family where you come from? Omusingi ogwo waliwo ayogedde ku ba students n'agamba nti no byonna basobola obikola, but it takes that real person or that real youth to decide what to do. Parents have done it, like the other one said, they've done the good to the children, but the children end up going the way they want. Yes, even I might not blame the children, because there is a foundation that was laid by our ancestors for the moral decay in the youth or the society that we have now. Nze blame eyo gyegenda.
And my name is Pastor Jingo Testimony. About the theme, moral decay, for me I may talk about neglecting God. I think if children have neglected God, if they neglect God, it means they are going to start to become immoral. Anti buli wetuleka Katonda ate nga Katonda ye yatutonda ne tugaana okumutunuulira ekiba kigenda okugiriramu kuba kwonooneka. Kuba senga omuntu atunuulira ekigambo kya Katonda n'atambulira nga Katonda w'ayagala, n'atambula nga Bayibuli w'egamba, ekiba kigenda okuddirira kutambula nga Katonda w'ayagala n'okukola obulungi. Naye nze kyensinga okulowooza, nja kwongera kyongereko mu episode eddako nti okuleka Katonda, obutakkiriza mu Katonda eyatutonda kye kisinza okuleeta obuzibu okulaba nga abaana boonoonese.
Pastor Jingo, you will elaborate us more of how we have neglected God. Mu Katonda kubanga bw'ova ku Katonda osobola okukola ekibi kyonna, you can turn to be a nuisance in this community, on this world. But so far, right now, before we go to the next episode, we have a teacher and a responsible person here in the school representing for the director. So he's in the ICT teacher also, so something like social thing. He will tell us briefly, and the next episode he will elaborate more. But let him introduce himself and he tell us something he will begin from in the next episode.
Okay, thank you so much, moderator.
Yeah.
According to our theme, we are saying moral decay and who is responsible. That is the question. My name is Tembo Ali, a teacher of Kiswahili and ICT at Elgova High School, here sitting in the position of the Director of Studies. According to our theme of today, I would like to talk about the following issues. First of all, we need to know that in the current world we are in, people are easily taken away by things which are not even important in their lives. So that one connects to the department I'm in, that people are easily, especially the youth, they are easily taken away by social media and internet issues. At the end of it, it is making them lazy. And that laziness, it makes their minds very lazy. And when the mind is lazy, they end up joining bad groups. And these groups, within the period of time, they turn into bad behaviors which are leading to what we call moral decay. Now, how are we going to talk about this? From now, we'll talk about it in 3 ways. That is point 1, which is concerning social media and internet. Our youth of today, they have got these phones, they have got companies which are providing them even with the free access to internet, where now the technology, I can sit down, I develop my VPN, now someone will sit down and access internet without even paying money. That is the rate at which we are making our youth very lazy. Especially Africans, when they get something for free, they all become lazy. They cannot even work and get something out of their pockets. So we are seeing that the first factor that is leading to moral decay is the access to internet when these students, when they are still young. You find a learner is in P5, but this kid of P5 has much knowledge than mine as internet is concerned. Find that this is a kid who has been accessing the phone of the parent from the age of like 6 years up to where he or she is. At the end of it, we shall not have good fruits from that child.
Wow.
So
Having heard from our teacher or in Lugova High School here, really is an ICT teacher, and he has told us about how really the ICT gives free Wi-Fi, free what? So how it has come to be the responsible for moral decadence. But so far, we're going to go deep in the next episode and to see really the solutions. If we say parents, if we say social media. So now, what is the solution? What is the way to go? Yes, but remember, if anyone is not responsible, you are responsible for your living. It's what I want to end with this episode. So thank you. His voice, Frank Sebata.